You said you were determined to move forward with making a major announcement, didn't know how that would develop, and today you make it.
Yeah.
What is it like for you then to take this very first big step?
Me, it's really pretty overwhelming.
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This one's dark. We're talking about a 15-year-old girl found lifeless in a Tesla, registered to rising pop star D4vd. And somehow Meek Mill just made it worse with one post that blew up the internet and went further exposing creepy things D4vd did to Celeste at a Hollywood party. Now, before you think this is just another celebrity tweet gone wrong, it's not. Meek's promo joke tied him straight into one of the weirdest, eeriest Hollywood stories we've seen in months, and the feds are already watching how deep this goes. Because once police connected Celeste Rivas Hernandez's body to D4vd's car, everything started spiraling. D4vd transferred his homes to his mom's name, cancelled his whole tour, and vanished from the public eye. Then, out of nowhere, Meek Mill jumps online saying, "I need his promo for my album. Who do I call?" That single line made people ask, what exactly was D4vd doing in Hollywood that's now being called promo? And trust me, the deeper you look, the uglier these parties sound. So here's where it starts getting sick. In September 2025, LAPD responded to a call about a foul odor coming from a black Tesla parked in Los Angeles. Inside, they found the body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a 15-year-old reported missing months earlier from Lake Elsinore, California. The car, registered to D4vd, real name David Anthony Burke, the 19-year-old singer behind viral hits like Here With Me. According to TMZ, Celeste's body was decomposing, meaning she might have been dead for weeks before anyone found her. Days later, D4vd cancelled the rest of his withered tour and ghosted social media. He also made 2 suspicious property transfers, both Houston homes, on September 18th and 22nd, right after a fake swatting call at one of them. Police later confirmed that when they showed up, his parents and younger siblings were home, not D4vd. And yet, when LAPD was asked if he was a suspect, they said, "The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not yet determined the cause or manner of Ms. Rivas Hernandez's death. As such, it remains unclear whether there is any criminal culpability beyond the concealment of her body." So they're not calling it a murder yet, but it's clear something happened that night that D4vd ain't talking about. And that's where Meek Mill comes in, turning an open investigation into a PR nightmare. While police were still combing through D4vd's LA rental, Meek Mill jumped online with what might be one of the most tone-deaf posts of his career. He shared an article about D4vd's property transfers and wrote, "I need his promo for my album rollout. Who do I call?" Now, maybe Meek was being sarcastic. Maybe he didn't know the full story, but fans weren't buying it. Because right now, D4vd's name is everywhere for the worst possible reason. A dead teenage girl linked to his car and rumors of secret parties in the hills. People started flooding Meek's comments, saying stuff like, "Bro, this ain't promo. A girl died." Meek treating death like marketing. Disgusting. But there's a twist. Insiders allegedly claim Meek knew D4vd socially through Atlantic label events. A few anonymous producers on Reddit's now-deleted threads even said D4vd had been allegedly making rounds at Hollywood parties hosted by A-listers and label execs. And one of those parties may have been where Celeste was allegedly by his side. This right here is where things start crossing into disturbing territory. A few days after the Tesla discovery, a Reddit thread posted now-deleted blurry Polaroid-style photos from what looked like a Hollywood Hills mansion. You could see D4vd with a small group, including 2 older industry figures whose faces were partially blurred. In one frame, there's what looks like a teen girl wearing the same "shh" tattoo design that fans later found on Celeste's body. D4vd has the exact same tattoo, same placement, same font. Some users claim the photos were allegedly taken at a freak room type after party, a setup allegedly inspired by Diddy-style mansion events. It sounds insane, but the timeline adds up. Celeste disappeared early in 2024. D4vd's Withered album dropped in the summer, and by fall he was performing private gigs for influencer circles, allegedly connected to Charlie D'Amelio's team and a few Def Jam executives. Then, in one of his tracks, D4vd allegedly references a girl named Celeste. "Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. Hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed." That line made fans sick. And right when this song started circulating, Meek Mill brought all the heat back, intentionally or not, giving that track millions of new plays overnight. You don't transfer 2 mansions to your mum's name in the middle of an active investigation unless you're worried about something. According to TMZ, D4vd made both transfers right after the swatting call, and both homes were under a family trust tied to his publishing company. Law enforcement insiders allege that it's unusual timing for a 19-year-old to make that kind of move, unless lawyers advised him to shield assets from future litigation. Meanwhile, fans found out that D4vd's Tesla was allegedly leased through a corporate account, meaning others could have used it, but LAPD still hasn't confirmed who was driving the night Celeste died. So when Meek called that chaos promo, people started wondering if he was mocking the system or secretly warning about it. This part's where things split. Some fans think Meek Mill's promo comment was sarcasm, a jab at how the media profits off tragedy. Others think it was a Freudian slip, revealing how industry PR really works. Remember, Meek's been outspoken about the machine before. In 2021, he blasted his label for using controversy to sell records. So, what if Meek wasn't trolling? What if he was showing us how fast these tragedies get spun into clicks and headlines? But even if that's true, it was the worst timing possible, because LAPD had just confirmed that Celeste had likely been dead for weeks, and Meek's comment came off as cold. Now, insiders from Hollywood allege D4vd attended 2 private label events over the summer, one allegedly hosted by a well-known female artist and another by a famous YouTuber. They described them as invite-only, 18-plus events with underage guests sneaking in. If that's real, it would mean Meek's post wasn't just bad taste, it accidentally dragged a hidden world of underage exploitation and silent cover-ups back into public view. And when that happened, certain industry names started scrubbing old posts involving both D4vd and Celeste. Within days of the Tesla story breaking, multiple fan pages for D4vd allegedly started disappearing. TikTok clips with Celeste hashtags vanished overnight. Then a Reddit now deleted anonymous user said they saw a surveillance clip from one of D4vd's rental properties that night. She allegedly looked unconscious. He looked scared. That clip was allegedly submitted to LAPD under seal, which might explain why the case hasn't been fully closed yet. Meanwhile, online sleuths noticed that D4vd's last livestream before going MIA allegedly had a painting of a girl with angel wings behind him. But here's where speculation turns dangerous, because if any footage from those Hollywood parties exists, it could destroy careers beyond D4vd's, and Meek's name being tied to that story, that's something his team's been scrambling to fix ever since. And yet, the damage was done. The phrase Meek Mill promo became a meme overnight, used in TikToks mocking how fast celebrity deaths become PR fuel. Now, this might be speculation, but some reporters believe Meek's post triggered a PR blackout around D4vd's case. For nearly 2 weeks, no new updates came from LAPD, TMZ, or Complex. That kind of silence usually means attorneys are negotiating media control. So while Meek thought he was being funny, he might have accidentally stepped on one of Hollywood's most sensitive cleanups in years. Celeste's mother finally broke her silence in a Spanish-language interview. She allegedly confirmed that Celeste had been in contact with someone using a verified celebrity Discord handle before she vanished, and police are investigating whether that account was D4vd's or a fake using his identity. Her family allegedly believes she met someone connected to the music industry who lured her in with promises of a career, and while no one's been charged yet, prosecutors in LA County told KTLA5 that they're keeping all options open, hinting at possible charges of negligence or concealment of a body once the autopsy is finalized. But even as this family grieves, social media's already moved on except for Meek, who's now trying to explain what he really meant. Meek allegedly later on revealed he was joking about the promo thing and didn't mean disrespect. He didn't even know the full story, but the damage was already done. Fans accused him of chasing clout over death. Others defended him, saying Meek's whole whole point was to mock how the industry rewards chaos. It's hard to know which is true, but one thing's clear. Meek's post unintentionally dragged back the spotlight on a case Hollywood's trying hard to bury. Now people are revisiting every lyric, every video, every piece of art D4vd made, wondering if he left hidden clues behind, and if any real footage from those parties ever leaks. Meek's promo line might go down as the post that exposed everything. Right now, D4vd's whereabouts are still unknown. His label hasn't released a single update. LAPD says the investigation into Celeste's death is ongoing. And Meek? He's trying to move on, dropping teasers for a new album, but his name keeps getting tied back to this mess. This story's bigger than music. It's about how fame, silence, and PR spin can twist a tragedy into marketing, and how one post can blow open everything Hollywood tries to hide. You'll let me know in the comments. Do you think Meek was just clueless, or was he hinting at something darker? Hit that like button, drop your thoughts, and stay tuned, because what's coming next might just expose who else was at those parties.